Welcome to the Under Review podcast, where Saturdays mean everything, rivalries run deep, and the SEC reigns supreme. Hosted by Todd and Marty, two die-hard fans breaking down every snap, storyline, and showdown across the Southeastern Conference. From the swamp to the plains, between the hedges to the bayou, no team is safe when it's under review. Now back to the action with Todd and Marty.
Gentlemen, episode 86 of the Under Review podcast. Like I said, I'm your host, Todd. Alongside me is my co-host, Marty.
What's up,
Ace?
87? It still drives me nuts. How about shake the business out of killing?
So, let's start with last night, first of all.
That was fun.
You want to tell everybody what happened? For the ones that didn't see
So,
it?
for if you didn't see it or you kind of haven't been keeping up, technically, we're going to be working under, I guess you would want to call it, the Under Review Sports Network that we're trying to work on. But we did our first inaugural broadcast at the Gridiron Division III Youth League Championships. So much fun. Really, I mean, the games were good. A lot of very good talented kids, especially in that second game. Raglan come up a little short in the junior championship, but Glencoe and Rainbow City, good game. I mean, it did get a little hand out of the end, but super fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. Like I said, we did that. We tried to figure out where we have to do moving forward, and we found our main problem. It was with the audio. That's fine. That's going to be fixed at the end of the first of the month. I don't know if you went back and watched that video. The video did look more clear in the second one. So in the second game, so I don't understand. I've talked to Hayden. He said he don't know, but he said he did send me a link to something that may help clear up the video. So I'm gonna have to look into that.
Right, like I said, I went back and probably watched. What I could watch of the Raglan game, quality was bad there, but we got through the first part of the Rainbow City game. Like I said, the video quality was a little bit better. Probably been better if we had a better cameraman. But, you know.
Well, you didn't get there was something sad that did happen. A kid did get hurt pretty bad. But you didn't catch that on camera, so I give you props there.
Yeah, that was, like we talked about last night, that's horrible at any league or anything that you're playing in, but especially with kids. Like I said, getting on the stretcher in the ambulance did have a thumbs up, so, hopefully he's feeling better today.
Well, that's all we have for that. And, oops, on screen. Forgot to put
Brandon, go to the FBI?
Yeah. So we're going to start out with AP Top 25 here, and I'm really shocked here. I'm shocked on how Texas A&M did not jump up to number 2 inside the AP. Like I said, we strictly go by AP polls. We don't go conference. We don't do the CFP. We don't do any of that. We do only AP polls. And I'm really shocked about it. Indiana did play a good game. Penn State played a better game, I want to say. But Fernando Mendoza did come out, help their team to the win. But, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all the same. Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, and Oregon are all the same. And then some change up at the top was 8. Texas Tech because they beat BYU, Notre Dame 9, and then Texas 10.
Yeah, I think there was 19 different changes in the top 25. Whether it be one spot or... Is that James Madison?
That is. They're back.
Look out. And like you said, it says 24.
Yeah. And they're the top-rated G5 score right now, so
that's their playoff bid if they can finish up. But like I said, I am super shocked that Texas A&M did not jump Indiana after a loss.
They didn't lose. It was just a really close game.
I thought they got...
No, Indiana came back and won.
Oh.
But it was a really good one. Oklahoma 11. BYU falls to 12 after the loss. Vandy at 13, unfortunately. Georgia Tech at 14. Utah Utes at 15. Miami at 16. Southern California at 17, Michigan at 18, Louisville at 19, Virginia, tough loss at 20, Tennessee at 21, Cincinnati at 22, Pittsburgh at 23, and then the two back to newcomers, James Madison for the first time this year at 24, and then South Florida, who's been here, been out, been here, been out all year. They're ranked 25th.
Yeah, they're like the bubble team of the top 25. In, you're out. In, you're out. If I fall out of this chair, it's going to make for good content.
It would. Like I said, Virginia did lose to Wake Forest. Wake Forest didn't have a single offensive touchdown this game. It was like 13-9 or 16-9 or something like that. So I think they still hold the second spot inside the ACC as of right now. So we'll see how this plays out. They are the fourth ACC team on the list in the top 25, though.
I hear Knox is wide open already.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's throw it around real quick to the teams from the around the state, if I can find it. All right, here we go. Teams from around the state, like we always know, it's Sanford, South Alabama, Jack State, Alabama State, Western Alabama, West Alabama, North Alabama, UAB, Alabama A&M.
No, Western Alabama.
Yeah, well, we need one of them teams. So West Alabama did get a bye once again. The Lincoln, California team, 0-8 on the season. They did cancel again for the second time. So they had another bye.
Wouldn't
week.
you?
That's like the fourth bye week this year. Like I told Justin, I don't think the team scored over 15 points all season.
Well, we suck again.
But South Alabama, Troy, and West Alabama all given the byes this week. Brings us in here. West Georgia beats North Alabama 24-17, which for North Alabama, that's a really good game because West Georgia has like 6 or 7 wins on this season. JSU in a close one, 30-27 over UTEP.
Overtime.
Oh, that one did go to overtime. My bad. ETSU, Kerryon Johnson ran running back crew, 38-14 over Sanford.
Surprise nobody.
Yeah, no. Texas Southern, no match for Bama State, 42-24. Prairie View smacked Alabama A&M 48-5, and then UAB off of a close loss once again, 24-17.
I think UAB's trying to put the pieces together after the Trent Dilfer experience.
It's there. I mean, 3 close games. I mean, they're there. It's just they need to finish. They finished the Memphis game. I give them that. Because Memphis did the same thing. They came back. They fought back. But they didn't finish it. And they finished that one. They didn't finish these last 2.
Yeah.
So
On the verge.
The records. All right, records. Troy, bowl team, 6-3. Sanford, 1-9. South Alabama, 2-7, eliminated from the bowl. Jack State, our new bowl contender, making a bowl. Jack State, 6-3. Alabama State 7-2, West Alabama 5-3, North Alabama 2-8, 3-6 UAB, 4-6 Alabama A&M. One more loss for UAB, and they're off. They're out once again. They got a tough road ahead of them.
Big game coming next week at Jack State for probably what will be the in-season title for CSUA.
Kennesaw State.
It's
crazy because Kennesaw State wasn't that good last year, but. Let's take a word right here from Tactical Home and Pest, and we'll get back to all the fun activities talking your ears off.
Hey, babe, we got ants.
Okay, kill them.
No, really, there's a lot of freaking ants.
Well, what do you want me to do? I ain't no expert.
Well, fine then. I'll call Tactical Home and Pest.
Go ahead and call Benjamin.
Hey there, this is Ben with Tactical Home and Pest, proud sponsor of Todd and Marty and their Under Review podcast. And can I just say that if the bugs I deal with had referees, I'd be called for targeting. Tactical Home and Pest, 256-592-2842, or visit me at tacticalhomeandpest.com.
That's right. I want to thank you to a big shout out for Benjamin Dominguez for that. Whoa. Here we go. Okay. Pause. All right, here we go. There we go.
Try again.
Nicey. All right. This week inside the SEC, we'll hit the bye weeks first. Arkansas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, and South Carolina.
A lot
None
of
of
bye
these
weeks
teams
for
lost this
SEC
week.
teams.
Yeah.
I'm
None of these
surprised.
teams lost this week. Well, I'm really surprised.
Well, they didn't win either, so.
I'm really surprised that Arkansas didn't lose.
Yeah. You know, they're going to fire Sam Pittman at the end of the season, so.
Yeah. The Citadel goes into Ole Miss and does not even show them a chance. 49-0. I mean, you did what you needed to do. You play your cupcake, you eat your cupcake. Good job.
Yeah, besides numbers on this game, this wasn't a whole much to really.
What even was a number?
7 is a number.
Trinidad Chambliss did pretty well. Austin Simmons got to play. That's how you know that was bad. Trinidad Chambliss, 29 for 33, 333 yards and 3 touchdowns. Austin Simmons came in 7 for 12, 100 yards and threw an interception. And then A.J. Maddox, the third string, came in and went 1 for 1 for 19 yards. Q1 Lacey had 11 carries for 49 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Harrison Wallace, the third, 8 receptions, 87 yards, and no touchdowns. Caleb Oden, the Alabama transfer, got a touchdown as well. 6 receptions for 64 yards and a touchdown. But, I mean, you play a team that's 4-6. You did what you
get what you get. So just we're on the Ole Miss thing here. So I wasn't for the other pre-show for last week. Everybody's talking that Auburn should be, or Lane Kiffin should be Auburn's first call.
I think Auburn's made a couple calls already, and I don't think he was one of them.
Yeah,
I don't see Lane Kiffin leaving unless he goes to LSU. Shocker.
Oh.
Shocker.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I mean, he's built up this Ole Miss program to where they are now. Mid-pack in the SEC, where they, went under Hugh Freeze and Houston Nutt and all these other guys, where they wasn't. So, maybe they'll lose the Egg Bowl and he'll leave. I don't know. But I don't see Auburn or Florida on that list. I see maybe LSU, maybe Penn State. Who knows? I don't know.
God, I think Penn State would be a lateral move for him. LSU would be a good one. But at the end, I think he stays. Unless it's just money.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already making life-changing money. But if it's going to be that much more, he'll be out of there.
Next matchup, LSU traveled down to Bryant-Denny Stadium and Alabama wins 20-9. In a game where Garrett Nussmeier gets...
Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah. Garrett Nussmeier gets benched for Michael Van Buren. Nussmeier 121, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Van Buren 52 yards for 5 for 11, no touchdowns, no interceptions. It's the LSU team that did not score an offensive touchdown. Harlan Berry 12 for 62 or 66. That's it. But I don't know what's going on with this LSU team. But then you flip it over to the Alabama side, 21 for 35 for 277 and 1 touchdown for Ty Simpson. Daniel Hill got in the end zone, 7 carries, 21 yards. Alabama only ran for 56 yards. So at what point are we talking about Alabama struggling to move the ball running-wise?
I mean, it's got to start somewhere. Even after we got done watching the game, we watched the DeBoer press conference. And, he's like, we only had 56 yards. I mean, that's that is not Alabama's nature just to have 56 yards. I mean, granted, the LSU defense is fair. But, I mean, Jam and, well, Justice is gone, but still.
Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley.
I don't know, maybe it's the unfaith in the offensive line. But the secondary is that what had to been their bright spot because, that's what Brittany said. The defense looked fairly well for a lot of points. So, I mean, I'm going to leave it up to them.
Well, Trevor Bernard had 3 catches for 79 yards. Whew.
Ryan Williams.
Brooks 4 catches for 67 yards. Josh Cuervo had 4 catches for 58 yards. Ryan Williams 3 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown. Isaiah Horton 2 catches, 26 yards. He's finding different receivers, so I don't know, but he's getting time to make these passes. So are they just better pass blockers than they are run blockers?
Out for this game for sure. Most definitely for this game. I mean, Ty Simpson's a pretty elite quarterback from what we've seen, more than half through the season. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit weird there, but like you said, he's getting 5 and 6 different receivers in play. He passed the ball around a lot. So, and this thing, at the end of the day, LSU's defense really failed them. I mean, 20-9 is a close scoring game anyway for SEC. And I think the Garrett Nussmeier experience that started to spoil last year is in full garbage effect now.
Let's step aside one more time and take a word from Chuck.
This episode of the Under Review podcast is brought to you by Chuck's Heating and Air. Chuck has over 40 years of service and experience with residential services. He services most makes and models. He is Alabama licensed, bonded, and insured, and locally owned and operated. Are you hot and you're supposed to be cool? Are you cool and you're supposed to be hot? Then you've got a problem. Call Chuck. Area code 256-892-2757. Again, 256-892-2757. Chuck's Heating and Air.
Just call Chuck's 256-892-2757. Now let's get into our 5 games of the week here inside of the SEC. The Bulldog matchup between Georgia and Mississippi State. 41-21, the Bulldogs of Georgia take this one.
Like Justin said, this was more than a dogfight. This was a dog beatdown from Georgia. Game started out kind of slow because I got to watch this one before we got ready to leave. I did start out kind of slow, but once Georgia, once Georgia got going and got their wheels good and hot, it was Georgia all day.
Yeah, and like I said, this game could have went either way. It really could. And this was the way, as this outcome comes, was the way that I didn't want it to go. But another game where the starting quarterback gets benched. Blake Shapen, 10 for 15, 86 yards. And bench for Kamario Taylor, who went 6 for 10 for 87 yards. But on the bright side for Kamario Taylor, who's a true freshman, 12 carries, 53 yards, 3 touchdowns against Georgia. Fluff Bothwell had 9 for 44. Davin Booth went 11 for 38.
So they just couldn't get over that hump. Like I said, some of that first quarter that I watched was, Mississippi, they were making the right plays, but Georgia was, Georgia here really showed up and how they were a better team.
All right. Gunnar Stockton, 18 for 29, 264, 3 touchdowns. Nate Frazier finally showing up to the ball game, 12 for 181, 1 touchdown. Chauncey Bowens, 7 for 28, 1 touchdown. Noah Thomas, 3 receptions, 78 yards, 1 touchdown. Zachariah Branch, 8 receptions, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. Oscar Delp, the tight end, 3 receptions, 41 yards, 1 touchdown. Let's check out the defense. KJ Bolden, 10 tackles, 4 solos, 1 tackle for loss. Flipping over to the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Tony Mitchell, 6 tackles, 3 solos, 2 tackle for losses. Again, a game that could have went either way, but Georgia figures it out, takes care of business, and for the first time all season looks like they need that number 5 ranking when they're taking care of business inside of the SEC. Also,
what's up with Harry Dog's glove there? It looks like a mitten.
yeah, I don't know what happened to Uga's glove. I really don't.
That's not Uga, that's Harry Dog.
That's Georgia Uga. I don't care.
His name is Harry Dog.
Fairy Dog, Harry Dog, call him Jim or Jam. I don't care. But remember, Mississippi State's only 1 win away from making bowl eligibility. 2 games left inside their season. One is the Egg Bowl. And then next week, or in a couple weeks, 15th, that is next week. Yeah, next week they play Missouri. So, again, here we are. We talk about it every week. Mississippi State, 1 step closer. Or do you want to save it for next week when they play Missouri?
Save that, but, I mean, they got 2 tough games right here to try to get in, so.
Yeah, both of them ranked for the time being. Well, hit the wrong one. And I call this an upset because I actually think I called Florida in this game. Not a lot of stuff has happened since we last recorded, but Kentucky, home field advantage, takes it 38-7 over Grumpy Al.
Regardless how you look at this, could have been one of them pool noodle games. But I mean, Florida made Kentucky look like they could win the national championship in this game.
Well, here's the thing. Hunter Bowley didn't have a great game. 18 for 23, 168, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. But you finally get their running backs back. Dante Dowdell, 7 carries, 104 yards, 1 touchdown. Seth McGowan's 22 rushes, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. Go on down. Kendrick Law had a big game. 6 receptions, 44 yards. J.J. Hester, 1 catch, 29 yards, and a touchdown. So they're finally, everybody's getting healthy. There was more players that was playing as a team, you know. And then you flop over to the DJ Lagway portion of this conversation. 11 for 19, 83 yards. 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions.
Didn't he get benched too?
For Trammell Jones Jr., 9 for 17, 60 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions.
I mean, yeah, we're giving this Kentucky praise team, but they beat a very bad Florida team.
Yep, they did. But yeah, I think the camera caught that one.
It was a good one.
I want to say, going off topic just a little bit here. Can you name me the one team inside the SEC that is, as of right now, locked out of a bowl? There's only one.
That has no chance of getting in it?
No, they already have the maximum amount of losses.
Florida.
That was a great guess, but it's actually Arkansas. I wanted to look that up. But that brings me to the saying of when you get to that point in your season, like Florida will be, if they lose 1 more, Kentucky still has to lose 2 more to get to that situation. But that's when you're part of the season. You start playing spoiler to teams. Florida still, I think they still got Miami left or something. Florida State, one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you got to think too for the mindset, like Arkansas players now. Like, think if you're an Arkansas senior.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you go to bat for your boys, but I mean, you're playing for nothing. You're playing for a football with your name on it at the end of the day, for senior night.
And for Arkansas, they got a couple good matchups left. They got LSU. They got Texas. They could knock Texas out of playoff picture at this point, or when they play them in a couple weeks. And then they got Missouri at the end of the season. So, I mean, this is the part of the season where you start seeing teams like that, and maybe Florida, if they get to that point where you don't have anything to lose, might as well go all out and ruin it for somebody else.
Spoilers. Thank you, Knox.
In a 38-45 overtime victory, Vanderbilt holds off the Auburn Tigers in overtime. Now, see, in this picture, you see Vanderbilt happy, and you see Auburn happy. The reason being,
Auburn's just scored more than
happy
24.
to be there.
Yeah, they scored more than 24 points this week.
But it was a good game. First time Auburn's defense gave up more than 20 points. And it was to Diego Pavia, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But so I don't know if Durkin being the head coach hurts the defense here. I don't know how to manage this, you know? I don't know how to marinate it.
The parts that we've got to watch of it, it just seems so out of character for Auburn's front line to get thrown around like they did, and for Pavia to be able. I mean, it's Pavia; he's going to make good plays, but Auburn's rush defense was crap in a bucket compared to what we have seen all year. Now, secondary stepped up a good bit. I mean, Pavia was making his throws, hitting his checkdowns and stuff like that, but it really just because we were out, or Champ Anthony's done. I thought there was one more guy, but that's beside the point.
When I get done talking with him, Diego Pavia, 25 for 33, another 350 plus passing game, 377 for him, 3 touchdowns, and I think this past couple of weeks he's done that. But it's proven to, NFL guys that, hey, he's just more than legs. He's got that arm, Still don't want to see him play on Sundays, but Diego
he got that Deion Sanders syndrome.
18 for 112, running the ball, 1 touchdown. Cedric Alexander, 10 for 39, 2 touchdowns. 2 guys catch for over 100 yards. That's Trey Richardson. 3 catches, 124 yards for 1 touchdown. And Eli Stowers, 12 receptions, 122 yards, and no touchdowns. On their defense, Brian Longwell, 12 tackles, 7 solos, half tackle for loss. Now let's flip over to Auburn. All right. 31 for 44 was Ashton Daniels. 353 total passing yards and 2 touchdowns. That's good.
Were them
right?
2 rushing touchdowns?
No, this is passing.
Okay, that's that should win you a ball game in most conferences.
That's what you want to see. Jeremiah Cobb, 16 for 115, no touchdowns, but Ashton Daniels did have 2 rushing touchdowns, 18 for 89 and 2 rushing touchdowns. Then here's the big thing, going over to the receivers. Only 5 people caught a pass. Cam Coleman caught 10 of them for 143 yards and a touchdown. Eric Singleton caught 11 passes for 102 yards and a touchdown. And then Malcolm Simmons was 2 for 46. Jeremiah Cobb was 4 for 34. And then Perry Thompson caught 4 for 28. That is the first time all season, I think, that both Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton caught double-digit passes in a game together.
I mean, that's where it differs from Daniels from where Arnold were. I mean, he's making the passes. Yeah, the one he threw in the end zone in overtime was about 4 feet over his head.
But the one he threw to Cam Coleman to send it to overtime, both times were pretty good.
Yeah, that back shoulder pass. Yeah. And Cam, that's been Cam's catch every year, right there in that corner. I think he could go up and catch it over a giraffe.
Caught a 3.
Come on. I seen that the other day.
Xavier Atkins, 9 tackles, 5 solos, half sack, and 1 tackle for loss. Who else got a half sack with him? Amarius Wilson got the other half sack. Williams got the other half sack. I don't know. Auburn played good. You could tell. I'm looking at the roster and all the people who made tackles. Jarquez Robinson, who's not been up there a lot this season, he had 7. Anquan
He did.
Fagans, true freshman, 5 tackles. Bryce Dees, true freshman, 4 tackles. Sylvester Smith, we know, has played a lot, 3 tackles. Amarius Williams, 3 tackles. He's a redshirt freshman. Elijah Melendez, true freshman, 3 tackles. Jay Hardy, transfer. Eric Winters, true freshman, 2 tackles. You're seeing a lot more of these true freshmen or redshirt freshmen playing now. And so I don't know what the problem was. Alex McPherson went 3 for 3 as well. And 3 for 3 on extra points. They just lost it in the fourth quarter. So I don't know. I'd have to go back and actually watch they lost in overtime. I'd have to go back and watch overtime because video was in and out and we were trying to worry about something else at the same time. Under review interstate game of the week. Navy was no match for Notre Dame, 49-10.
Fighting Irish. Why does he get the peace sign?
I don't know. I told him to put the fist up, but I don't know. I did it.
Yeah, that's.
I don't have anything to say here. I knew it was going to be this is a rivalry game. We talked about it last year. Rivalry game. I thought Navy would bring a little bit more to the table and Blake Horvath, but I think Notre Dame's kind of a little bit mad at this point of the season.
I would be too if I were them.
Yeah.
All the talent,
but no dice. It's time for your Under Review podcast game of the week. Another SEC matchup. Texas A&M takes down Missouri 38-17.
My bad, I had a frog in my throat. Yeah, most definitely Texas A&M slung their weight around in this game. Texas A&M slung their weight around in this game. Ahmad Hart. I see, I can't even talk. Your turn, you talk.
Marcel Reed. Can't even.
See?
20 for 29, 221 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Another 100-yard rushing game by Reuben Owens this time. 13 for 102, 2 touchdowns. Marcel Reed went 5 for 29. Casey Concepcion, 4 catches, 84 yards, 1 touchdown. Mario Carver, 6 catches, 59 yards, no touchdowns. Dalton Brooks, 6 tackles, 2 solos. But let's flip it over to the Missouri side. Matt Zollers, true freshman, comes in after Bo Pabula's out for the season. 7 for 22, 77 yards. QBR, a made-up thing, 17.4. It's not good.
I think the kid from Glencoe could have done better than that.
Hey, Isaiah Roach got a little arm on him.
Yeah.
Jamal Roberts, a second-string running back, 17 for 110, 1 touchdown. And Ahmad Hardy, 13 for 109 and 1 touchdown as well.
Yeah, he had that huge run.
45-yarder.
Yeah. Put the nos on him. Let's go.
And then Zollers had 2 fumbles, lost 1 of them. Tristan Newsome, 11 tackles, 6 solos, 1 tackle for loss. I really thought this game would be a little bit closer, but Matt Zollers did not show up to play at all. Didn't start scoring until the third quarter when they scored their 17 points.
Yeah, this ball game would have been a whole lot different with Bo in there for Missouri. But again, Texas A&M top 5 in the country, so I, with him being out, I expected this to get out of hand.
Right. I kind of figured it too. But that's all we got, Anything you're looking forward to for next week?
Yeah, Auburn can't lose.
That is true. Auburn cannot lose next week.
I don't know. I don't know if we've talked about it. I know we usually do a poll for game of the week, but I really like that Jack State game.
Jack and Kennesaw.
Yeah, at Kennesaw.
Yeah, I don't even think I put that up there. I don't even remember what the games were I put up.
Well, again, we have some creative control over this, so.
Well, true. It depends on how the voting is, but yeah, we'll look into it. But I want to thank God for bringing us here once again to give us the Under Review Podcast, episode 86. I want to thank the Wise for letting us do what we'd like to do. I want to thank Hayden Coker over at the HCS Media, Hunter Brassfield, Nicholas Adams at the Dadpod. I want to thank Jud Dickinson, Brandon Trammell, and Cody Meadler of the Under Review Creative Team. Anything you got?
Ready for a nap. It's getting cold. It's getting dark at like 2 o'clock.
4:30. Well,
Yeah.
That's all we got for y'all today. Make sure y'all jump on the live on Tuesday if you want to see that. If not, wait till Thursday. I don't care. Either one. You're still going to watch. If you want to, please watch. Leave comments if you want to. If not, we still love you. It's okay. But that's all we got for you on this fine Sunday evening. And with all that being said, catch you next time when we go Under Review. Gracias.
The night.